Hey guys, how's it going? Josue back again with another video on HearmeRaw, and today I want to talk about why is so much of the population overweight? So I meant to actually look this up and see what the percentage was, but all I know is like we are dealing with an overweight problem. We're dealing with a consumption problem, an overeating problem, and the thing is, the reason why it's happening is because we are literally eating our emotions. And honestly, it's not just food that we have to look at. We have to look at everything. Just consuming anything in general. We consume things to an excess. The phrase, everything in moderation, doesn't seem to apply to the majority of us. And why is this? Why are we not able to moderate ourselves? Why are we not able to control ourselves? Part of it has to do with the fact that we do not know ourselves. We don't know ourselves. We don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. We don't know much about us. We've been spending most of our lives trying to fit into a box, that was given to us as soon as you're born. You're given a race. Like you're given an identity. You're in a family. You're from a place. And you're supposed to like live up to these stereotypes and be that or do something. But then your heart usually wants to do something else. And as a kid, you do that. You do what you want as a kid. You try to follow if you follow your intuition, you follow what makes you happy. But as you get older, you realize the older that you get, the less you're able to do that, because then you get responsibilities and you start worrying about what other people are thinking. You start overthinking everything. You feel like you have to live to somebody else's standards. Usually your parents, your family, your educators, the public. Now we have social media, which has made things so much harder. I love social media, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for social media. But we have to be careful if we're expecting a validation to come from social media. It's great, it's amazing, it's beautiful, but sometimes when we don't get it, then we feel bad. So it's not just validation from people from social media, but it's validation from anybody in general, really. You have to get to the point where you validate yourself. If you are constantly waiting for validation from outside, if you're waiting for anything to come from the outside, then you will end up playing the victim game. You have to give it to yourself first. It is important to give it to yourself first. It is important to love yourself first. It's important to know yourself first. How you treat others will affect how they treat you. The world will reflect you back at you. It's like you're living in your own head. It's an illusion. It's a projection. Let's call it a projection. Science has proven it's a projection. You're practically living in your own head. Pay attention. I'm telling you, pay attention. Pay attention to your world. Be aware of your world. Get out of your head and look around and look for signs. Or you can even ask for signs. You can ask for help. That's why people pray. People meditate, You can have a communication with the universe. You're always having communications in your head anyway, right? So, but look around, look for clues, look for patterns, look for coincidences. I don't call them synchronicities. I mean, I do call them synchronicities, but I wasn't the one that made up that term. But look for the synchronicities, look for the unusual coincidences, the things that just make you go like, huh? So it is truly a beautiful thing. I have plenty of synchronicities that happen in my life, repeating numbers. I have a thought and someone else says the thought, or someone has a thought and then I say what they're thinking. Like, how is that even happening? Like, sometimes you get in those connected modes where you're just like, man, I really am connected to this universe, and it's a beautiful thing. And we are going to continue to overeat and to not take care of ourselves, because we're literally eating away the planet, because we're literally eating away ourselves, because we are the planet. The earth is another one of our bodies. We have this body, we have the ethereal body, and earth is one of our bodies. Earth is like a room for us. Everything is like layers upon layers upon layers upon layers, and you will see patterns. The way we treat ourselves is the same way that we treat the animals. It's the same way that we treat the earth, So once you change how you treat yourself, you can change how you treat the animals and how you treat yourself. But for me, it started with at first I went vegan. That helped me to open up my mind to new possibilities, to a new world. You know, before then, the fluoride, the meat, dairy, and the eggs, the fear that was all around me, the gossiping, the focusing on the negativity of the world was keeping me down, was keeping me, wasn't giving me energy. It did not make me excited about life. I just wanted to drink and play video games and have sex, and that was it, you know? And of course, try to be good at something and try to get everyone to do what I want to do. It was a very egotistical life. Not much of a connection because I was rude to a lot of people. And now I realize if I'm rude to somebody, I'm just being rude to myself. Think about it. If you say something negative, if you say something nasty to somebody, pay attention to how your body feels. Like right now, if I say something nasty to somebody, I'm going to be hurting maybe even more than they are. Because I'm going to feel that. I heard that. I said it. I felt it, you know. When you're talking, you're casting spells. That's why they call it spelling. So when you're talking, you're not only casting spells to the people that are listening to you, but you're casting spells on yourself. And these are truths that I've been finding out through a connection to the universe. By changing my diet, by changing my lifestyle, by changing the music that I listen to, what I do, my movements, yoga, meditation, going out into nature, getting sun. All these things have been helping me to get rid of addictions, to get rid of crutches, to get rid of coping mechanisms. Because that's what this is. When we're overeating, this is a coping mechanism. When watching so much TV, it's a coping mechanism. When we're running all the time, like even sports can be a coping mechanism. Even raw veganism can be a coping mechanism. Even spirituality can be a coping mechanism. The key is to get to know yourself, to follow your heart, to get connected, and to really live out the life that you would like to live, but live in appreciation, live in knowing that you're here for a reason, that everything you do truly does matter. And once you start living that way, once you start living in a way that you realize that you are connected and your actions do matter, that you're supposed to be here, it's a much better world. Otherwise, you feel like the world is alien to you. You feel like you don't belong here. And I felt like that for a long, long time. And to feel like you don't belong, that's the worst thing. You see, we human beings, we like to belong. Many kids grow up and they don't want to eat meat. They don't want to eat dairy. They don't want to eat eggs. But guess what? Everyone around them is doing it, so they do it too. Most people that pick up cigarettes, they do it because of peer pressure. A lot of people are drinking. Growing up, I saw it. Like, at a point, a lot of my friends weren't drinking. But as time went by, they started drinking. They give in. Everyone else is doing it. It's all over TV, sports, any holiday, there's alcohol. We drink and eat meat for any reason whatsoever. And that's not sustainable for the planet. It's not sustainable for us. If it's not good for us, it's not good for the planet. Case in point. So what we do to the planet, because you know what? When we damage the planet, what are we damaging? When we damage the water and the rainforest, we're damaging our lungs because we get oxygen from the water and the rainforest and the trees. We're just damaging ourselves. When we pollute the air, what are we doing? We have to breathe that air. So it's all connected. It's all connected and you're a part of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful system. And the system can work for you or against you. It's up to you. You create your reality. So what do you want to do? Whatever you want to do, focus on that. Focus on love rather than fear. You're going to get a whole lot more. The universe is going to reward you a whole lot more if you choose love. But you have free will, so you can choose fear. You can choose gossip. You can choose the lower vibrational things if you want. It's up to you. But whenever you're ready to turn it around, that's also up to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit the like button below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one if you haven't already. And of course, go fruit yourself. Fruit. The truth is in the fruit. And it will help you, as it really helped me. And it's been helping so many people that I've introduced to it. I do potlucks every month in Natick, guys. So check out the links in my description below. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, and all that. Let's create a beautiful ass world together. Peace.